In the opening scene of The White Lotus, Season 2, Episode 1, titled Ciao, a vacationer at the Sicilian resort engages in a lighthearted conversation with fellow guests on the beach. Her enjoyment quickly turns to horror when she discovers a body floating in the water. The hotel management confirms that a guest has drowned, and additional bodies have been found, setting a mysterious and ominous tone for the season. The narrative then shifts to a week earlier, introducing the new guest arriving at the White Lotus Resort in Sicily. Valentina, the meticulous hotel manager, leads her staff in welcoming the visitors, reminiscent of the hospitality depicted in the series' first season. Among the guests are the DeGrasso family, grandfather Bert, his son Dominic, and grandson Albie, who are on a trip to explore their ancestral roots in the village of Testa dell'Acqua. Tanya McQuaid-Hunt returns, accompanied by her husband, Greg, whom she met in the previous season. Tanya has also brought along her assistant, Portia, much to Greg's displeasure, leading to tension as Tanya instructs Portia to remain inconspicuous during their stay. Another pair of guests includes Harper and Ethan Spiller, who have been invited by Ethan's college roommate, Cameron Sullivan, and his wife, Daphne. Harper feels uneasy about the Sullivans' seemingly carefree and affluent lifestyle, and her discomfort grows when an incident with Cameron raises questions about his intentions. Meanwhile, local women Mia and Lucia attempt to enter the hotel to meet a client, but are intercepted by Valentina, who firmly denies them access, indicating her awareness of their profession. Dominic DeGrasso, dealing with personal turmoil, contacts his estranged wife, revealing familial discord. At the pool, Portia and Albie strike up a conversation, sharing their backgrounds, but their interaction is cut short when they assist Bert after he suffers a minor accident. During dinner, the guests dine separately, with underlying tensions evident at each table. The Spillers and Sullivans navigate awkward interactions, while the DeGrasso men discuss generational perspectives on relationships. Mia and Lucia make a bold entrance into the dining area, capturing the attention of several male guests. Mia experiences a disheartening encounter with the lounge pianist, leading to a confrontation, while Lucia meets with Dominic, who confides in her about his struggles before they spend the night together. The next episode, Italian Dream, begins with Harper joining Cameron and Daphne for breakfast. Harper feels increasingly uneasy about their seemingly perfect relationship, especially when Cameron displays sudden anger during a work call, contradicting Daphne's earlier claims that they never argue. This discrepancy leaves Harper suspicious of the couple's dynamic. Later, Harper returns to her room and shares her concerns with her husband, Ethan. He suggests that her criticisms might stem from feeling insecure or threatened by the Sullivans' wealth and lifestyle. Harper resists this idea, but it is clear the thought lingers with her. Meanwhile, Dominic encounters Lucia and Mia in town. They persuade him to grant them access to his hotel room, leading to tension with Valentina, the hotel manager. Valentina reluctantly allows it, but warns the women to be discreet, emphasizing the ongoing theme of power and social class differences. Tanya hopes to experience her dream Italian getaway with her husband, Greg. They embark on a Vespa ride, but it ends with Tanya becoming ill. Their day takes another downward turn when Greg informs her that he needs to return to the U.S. for work. Tanya is visibly upset and begins to question his commitment to their marriage. Portia, Tanya's assistant, continues to deal with Tanya's erratic behavior, but finds a brief escape by spending time with Albie. The two bond while exploring the ancient theater of Taormina, though their time together is occasionally interrupted by Albie's grandfather, Bert, who makes inappropriate remarks. As evening falls, the tension carries over to dinner. Harper and Ethan find themselves further discomfited by Cameron and Daphne's casual discussion of their active sex life. Meanwhile, Mia seizes a chance to showcase her singing talents, performing a heartfelt song that earns the episode ends with several characters grappling with personal uncertainties. Dominic is burdened by guilt over his infidelities. Tanya grows increasingly wary of Greg after overhearing a suspicious phone call. And Harper is left reflecting on her judgment of the Sullivans, resolving to be more open-minded moving forward. In episode 3, titled Bull Elephants, tensions and secrets begin to unravel among the vacationers. The episode opens with the hotel manager, Valentina, growing increasingly frustrated with the male attention she receives, setting the tone for the ongoing theme of gender dynamics. Harper, determined to improve her relationship with her husband, tries to be more pleasant and sociable around their travel companions, Cameron and Daphne. Despite her efforts, she still feels a disconnect with her husband, who remains preoccupied and distant. Meanwhile, Dominic hurriedly sneaks Lucia and Mia out of his hotel room following their night together. His father, Bert, catches a glimpse of the two women and confronts Dominic about his behavior. Dominic, embarrassed, pleads with his father to keep it from his son, Albie, who remains unaware of his father's escapades. Albie invites Portia to join his family on a day trip to visit filming locations from The Godfather. However, Tanya, feeling emotionally fragile, calls Portia back to the hotel to keep her company. Tanya later meets with a fortune teller, hoping for reassurance about her rocky marriage. Instead, she receives a troubling reading, hinting that her husband may be in love with someone else. This leaves Tanya feeling even more anxious and uncertain about her future. Daphne suggests an impromptu overnight trip to Noto with Harper. Harper is taken aback by the sudden change of plans, but agrees to go along. While the women are away, Cameron and Ethan take advantage of their free time. Cameron, drawn to Lucia and Mia, convinces Ethan to join him for a day of drinking and partying. As the evening progresses, Cameron becomes intimate with Lucia while Mia attempts to seduce Ethan. Although Ethan resists, he passively allows the debauchery to unfold around him. He ignores Harper's calls, deepening the rift between them. During the day trip, Albie's conversations with his father and grandfather expose generational differences in their views on masculinity and romance, particularly during their discussion about The Godfather. Albie criticizes the film's romanticization of male dominance, while his elders cling to their nostalgic admiration for it. By the end of the episode, Harper is left feeling isolated and suspicious. Tanya is consumed by doubt, and the men's reckless behavior casts a shadow over their relationships. The episode sets the stage for further tension, highlighting the fragile connections and hidden desires simmering beneath the surface. In the Sandbox, the fourth episode showcases the guests' entanglements, deepening amidst the luxurious backdrop of the Sicilian resort. The episode opens with Cameron awakening beside Lucia and Mia after a night of indulgence. Unable to fully compensate them, he promises to settle his debt later. Meanwhile, Ethan, recovering from the previous night's excesses, chooses not to disclose the details to his wife, Harper. Upon Harper's return, she discovers a condom wrapper in their room, sowing seeds of suspicion. Tanya and her assistant Portia are approached by Quentin, a wealthy Englishman residing in Palermo, who invites them to join his circle of friends. Portia is introduced to Quentin's charming nephew, Jack, leading to a budding flirtation. This development catches the eye of Albie, who, feeling sidelined, begins to spend time with Lucia, unaware of her profession. Aspiring singer Mia seeks to advance her career by propositioning the hotel's pianist, Giuseppe. Their encounter in the chapel is thwarted when Giuseppe faces performance issues. In an attempt to assist, Mia administers what she believes to be Viagra, inadvertently giving him MDMA, resulting in a medical emergency that sees Giuseppe hospitalized. Harper confronts Ethan about his evening with Cameron, but he evades her inquiries, leading to tension during a subsequent dinner with Cameron and his wife, Daphne. At the bar, Albie observes Portia and Jack's growing intimacy. In response, Lucia initiates a kiss with Albie, escalating to a private encounter in his room. The episode concludes with Harper's mounting doubts about Ethan's fidelity, setting the stage for further revelations. In That's Amore, the fifth episode, unfolds a series of pivotal moments that deepen the intrigue surrounding the characters. At the center of the tension is Ethan and Harper, whose marriage is tested after Ethan opens up about his past sexual experiences with his college friend Cameron. However, Harper's suspicions continue to grow, and she begins to question the nature of Ethan's relationship with Cameron and his potential infidelity. Ethan's confession only scratches the surface, leading to further emotional turmoil between them. Meanwhile, Albie, the well-intentioned son of Dominic, has an unexpected and eye-opening encounter with Lucia, a woman he believes he's developing a genuine relationship with. After spending the night with her, Albie is confronted with the realization that she works as a sex worker when she requests payment, a revelation that challenges his idealistic views. Despite the awkwardness of the situation, Albie decides to continue seeing Lucia, which sparks a deeper reflection on his family's complex dynamics, particularly regarding Dominic's infidelity. On a wine tasting trip, Cameron's history with Ethan comes to light when Harper presses him about their past college experiences. The conversation grows intense as Cameron openly discusses his sexual exploits, shedding more light on the complicated and competitive relationship between the two friends. At dinner, Lucia confronts Cameron over a previous encounter, demanding payment for her services. This leads to a tense exchange in which Cameron agrees to pay her after withdrawing money from the bank, exposing further layers of his moral ambiguity. Back at the DeGrasso family table, the three generations of men, Dominic, Albie, and Bert, continue to grapple with their understandings of relationships and masculinity. Bert, the oldest, shares candid thoughts about women and his history, leading to a generational divide that underscores the show's theme of evolving perspectives on love, power, and sex. Elsewhere, Tanya and Portia find themselves swept up in the luxurious and seductive world of Quentin, a wealthy and flamboyant man who introduces them to his extravagant lifestyle. As they join him and his nephew Jack on a yacht trip and later visit Quentin's villa, Tanya's reflections on her relationships and her financial struggles reveal a deeper emotional vulnerability. The episode's closing moments take a dark turn when Tanya stumbles upon an intimate moment between Quentin and Jack, raising questions about their true motives and relationship dynamics and setting up suspense for the remainder of the season. Episode 6 of The White Lotus, titled Abductions, the narrative delves deeper into the complexities of their characters' relationships and personal struggles. Ethan confronts Harper about her public discussion of their intimate life with Cameron and Daphne, highlighting the growing tension in their marriage. Harper candidly expresses her dissatisfaction, suggesting that their relationship has lost its spark. This confrontation is further complicated when Lucia and Mia approach Ethan and Cameron, revealing that neither has compensated them for their services, a situation witnessed by Harper. Meanwhile, the DeGrasso family, Dominic, Bert, and Albie, embark on a journey to their ancestral village, Testa del Aqua. Albie invites Lucia to accompany them as a translator. During the trip, Lucia notices they are being followed by Alessia, her former associate. To avoid conflict, she decides to leave with him, a decision that raises concerns among the DeGrasso men. Upon their return, Bert praises Mia for her piano performance, leading to a private encounter between them. In a moment of vulnerability, Valentina confides in Mia about her lack of experience with women, to which Mia responds with surprise, as Ethan's suspicions about Harper and Cameron's relationship intensify when he observes them engaging in flirtatious behavior. This observation exacerbates the strain in his marriage. Later, Albie discovers that Lucia has taken the money and left, revealing her manipulation. Ethan Spiller confronts his wife Harper, accusing her of infidelity with Cameron Babcock. Harper initially denies any wrongdoing, admitting only to a kiss. Despite her reassurances, Ethan's suspicions lead to a physical altercation with Cameron. Later, Ethan confides in Daphne Babcock, who offers a pragmatic perspective on infidelity, suggesting that sometimes it's better to accept certain realities to maintain personal peace. This conversation leads to a complex and ambiguous encounter between Ethan and Daphne. Tanya McCoy, suspecting a plot against her orchestrated by her husband Greg and their associates, including Quentin, attempts to escape. She locks herself in a bedroom, discovers a gun, and confronts her would-be assassins, resulting in a violent shootout. In the chaos, Tanya inadvertently falls overboard, hitting her head and drowning, mirroring the opening scene of the season. Portia, who had been romantically involved with Jack, realizes the danger she is in and decides to leave. She returns to the resort, where she has a brief, poignant interaction with Albie, who is still reeling from Lucia's betrayal. They exchange contact information, suggesting a potential future connection. The episode concludes with the characters departing the resort, each carrying the weight of their experiences. Daphne finds Tanya's body washed ashore, a grim reminder of the season's darker undercurrent. The final scenes underscore the complex interplay of relationships and the personal reckonings of the characters, leaving viewers with a sense of closure, yet lingering questions about the true nature of their connections. That's a wrap on The White Lotus Season 2. What a wild ride through secrets, betrayal, and that unforgettable finale. If you loved following along with us, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming content on your favorite shows and movies. Drop a comment below. What was your favorite moment from this season? Did the ending shock you? And what are your theories for season 2? Next season, or maybe at the next resort.